Hi guys, I'm out exploring towns and villages currently, and I just went out past Chillerton and did a little turn into this town called like Sydenham, or village called Sydenham, and it's like a really clean, spacious, like farming like village, I guess. And like there's this giant mansion out here. There's old walls and things, and there's some bridges and some beautiful little farmhouses. I'm just going to take a quick look before I figure out where I'm going next. I'm kind of heading for Roadford Lake at the moment. Yeah, there's like quite wide open places. There's a giant like mansion here. I have no idea what that is. Lovely row of what looks like garlic flowers down there. Public bridleway goes somewhere. It's like a really old looking, apparently that's a public bridleway. I don't know what river this is. Really nice old bridge. I guess I'm about to go over these when I get going again. Beautiful. Is there another river that it crosses, or is this like old railway? A lovely cow field there, lots of cows in it. We're trying to stay out of the sun. Not really sure what that is. I assume that's like, is that private field or something? Looks like private field, but doesn't have any signs on it, so I don't know. There's some signs in that woods that say public footpath as well. Look at this place. What's this? That's weird. Like a little viewpoint on this old wall. What is this place? I think this is Sydenham, like S-Y-D-E-N-H-A-M. Sydenham, Sydenham. Yeah, you're just out driving someplace and you pass these weird, beautiful towns when you get out in the countryside away from the actual towns and cities. And that's a beautiful field with the river just on the side of it. Double old bridge here. What is this one for? This bridge? Is there a railway or something underneath me? I don't know why this one's a bridge. Or a walled road or something. Quite substantial old metal framework here. Looks a little bit Victorian to my eyes. Port Gate, yeah, so I think that's where I was heading. Yes, Sydenham or Maristow. That was, I think it was Sydenham. Coreyton that way. Bunch of footpaths. Somewhere up there. Let's walk along that little footpath down the bottom a sec and see those old buildings for a couple minutes. And this here says public bridleway. Just like all the buildings caught my eye, like these like really old, like what is this? This is either a mansion or like a giant old schoolhouse or something. Or an abbey maybe, it's like Buckland Abbey. Out here in the middle of nowhere. I never knew about any of this. It was medieval or something. But what is going on there? Why is there this big tarmacked courtyard as well? Right. Wow. Amazing old architecture. We're opposite the cow fields over the river. Yeah, I think these are all garlic, which are all flowered now, so the leaves aren't as strong. Look at this, this is like Buckland Abbey in the middle of nowhere. Old kind of wind vane. There's a cow like in the river having a dip. Don't normally see that. We have started having hot days. It's started going over 17 degrees, so now it's like summery territory at last, even though it's not May yet. I think we might have a good year this year for high temperatures. And cows trying to keep to the shade. And even more of these like old buildings. Sydenham, look, what does the sign say? Yeah, so we're inside, it says Sydenham Barton. So we're in Sydenham, I think. Sydenham. This is so random. I was just like, oh, on the map there's a shortcut between Chillerton and Roadford Reservoir. I might try that out. And there's enough room to stop, and there's suddenly this nice public footpath. There's a pheasant in the road. I don't know if you can see him. They're beautiful creatures, the pheasants. Like, I hate that so many of them get killed on the roads. Is this still public? Fishing car park. Please do not park outside entrance doors. I don't know what that is. Hey, there's a pheasant. He's running. They let you nearer to them than sheep do, I think. There's two of them out there on the road. Look at this place. Roadrunner. Meet. Medieval torture contraption there. Reminds me of being at the dentist yesterday. Yeesh. Yeesh. Look at that. Imagine if you could picnic in there, get your picnic blanket, little wicker basket, have some strawberries. No idea where this is, where this goes. Just a random kind of woods walk footpath that's around here. Sheep in that field trying to hide from the sun. I like the layout. I like layouts. When I go on all these walks, I like the different spaces and layouts of the land and looks and like where the boundaries are, where the hills are. Oh, we took off. It's another stream or river. It's a different one, I think, joining onto that main one. Bridge. Okay, I'm not going to go too much further than, well, I mean it is kind of nice. This is someone's field, obviously, not going in there, but that is a nice field. Dude. Look how beautiful this place is. Just happened upon it. Sydenham. I like this. So where's the footpath go at this fork here then? Go to the right, because that's quite nice to the right. It doesn't say. Are they both footpaths, or there's a huge puddle there? It doesn't say anything here. I feel like there used to be some sort of signpost. No, that was a gate post. Man, serendipity as fuck today. I didn't even know I was gonna... Okay. Oh, there's stinging nails to my left. Okay, that's a pain in the ass. I haven't got my hiking boots on, dudes. I would have liked to get over there, but I'm wearing my driving shoes. This isn't good. I'll stay on the dry. What a shame. What's this side like? Oh. No, I'm not going to make it. Not without getting swamped. But that is... Man, if I knew there was a big footpath here, I would have got my hiking boots out of the car. Man, okay. I'm gonna go and check the footpaths on that, like on a OS map or something, because that looks like it might be a nice walk. I don't know where it goes, but yeah, cool place. Anyway, onward. Okay. There's a nice little detour at Sydenham, and now I've got back to Roadford Lake. But I've got back to Roadford Reservoir at a bit that I didn't go to in my last trip, where I showed this place. Sort of a middle road. Hard to explain, but there's one road that takes you to this place, sort of in the middle of the reservoir. And I feel like I've been here with my dad before, but I'd have to check it out to know for sure, I think. Yeah, I'll have a little walk down here. Oh, what's the no fun sign? No camping, no overnight vehicles, no forest barbecues, dogs on lead, no dogs in water, no swimming, no littering. The only legitimate one of these is no littering. The rest are terrible. Yeah, I'll take a walk down here in a sec, once I'm sorted out. As you can see, you get a big old car park all to yourself down here. And the entranceway is a bit of a narrow single file road, looks a bit like this. And then as you come in, car park's on your right. I didn't think there was a car park, I thought I wasn't going to get in, because there's a sign back there actually, it says like, road closed in half a mile. But it's not closed, it's just, it ends in this car park. And you got a choice of 2 walking directions, I think, or 3 walking directions. You can go over here into the woods, or you can go over there on a big track in the woods as well. Lots of signs there for some reason. Or the place I was looking at facing the water from the car park. More of the same signs, no launching, no swimming, no inflatables. Yeah. They should let people do all these things they're saying not to do. They really should. And ironically, I think at the visitor centre thing it says you can do things like that there. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's like, you must pay. I don't know. 4th way to go. A messy track there. These have stiles into them. I wonder why that is. Bird. Like a robin on the tree. I don't know if you can see me. Yes, you can. Oh wow, this just immediately ends in a field with a lake. Is this mud wet? This mud looks a bit wet for some reason. There's like a bench down there. Possible walk through there. Yeah, lots of different routes you can take. I'm still not getting the vibe of this place being the place that me and Dad walked when we came here. But there's another place you can go. Let's go down to the water's edge and then to that bench thingy bob. Look at it, murky and muddy under the surface. You can get right down to it though. It's very still today. I mean, there are ripples on the surface of the water, but it seems like there's hardly any breeze. There's a tiny bit of breeze in the trees. It's like a summer's day today. There's some dodgy characters like around the road and near the car parks, so I'm like, I'm always wondering if my car is going to be okay in all these different places, to be honest. Always worried about that. Look at this. There's all this water, there's a bench, all this space, and it's still, and no one's using it. Now, I don't know if this reservoir has weird suction machine things under the surface or not, like some weird vents or something. Doesn't seem like it. Oh, there's a visitor centre thing over there where we went last time when it was colder. But yeah, it just seems to me like, why would you put all these signs up saying no camping, no barbecues, especially no water sports on the lake? Like, no, you can't take your boat in there. No, you can't take your inflatable raft or your paddleboard or anything. Just to get out there on the surface and do your own thing. Look, I mean, look how much space there is. Look how much water there is. And people are being banned from using it. Like, why? I don't understand. Just let them use it. This could be like, I reckon in the past, I'm pretty sure in the past, like in the 1950s and such, people would just go to places like this, get in the water and swim and mess around and have fun. Take their boats, take whatever, and just use the water. But these days, we're just living in such deep authoritarianism where you're just stopped from doing anything. You're just stopped from saying words. You're arrested for saying words now. Making tweets, thinking thoughts, being in certain parts of town, sitting down, like looking like you might do something to someone else but you weren't going to do anything. And even if you were, what would be the problem in that thing that you've done? Like, this is like the UK that we live in right now. Is just looks nice on a sunny summer's day, doesn't it? It looks nice. I mean, it's not a summer's day, it's a spring day. It looks nice on a sunny day, and you can see the flowers and you listen to the birds still, but everyone is now stopped from doing anything. They have zero freedom. If you try to do something out of the level of control that the government has set for you, all the statists and all the reportaholics, all the government groomed people start stepping in and trying to stop you. It's more than a shame. It's beyond, I wanted to say it's a shame, it's beyond a shame. It's an enormous problem that needs desperate solving. And things could look so much better without a government and without all this deep regulation stuff going on. Look at that. No swimming. Like, why? What do you mean? If you're at like a loch in Scotland, although the Scottish government are pretty authoritarian, I wouldn't put it past them. You can just get into the loch, or the lakes on top of the mountains, what do they call those? Tarns. People just get into those and start swimming. You know, start doing stuff. But why should this be any different? And also, during lockdowns, I think they tried to make, like, you can't go and swim in the sea, dude. You can't go and swim in a tarn on top of a mountain. And they started sending drones after dog walkers going up the mountains and stuff. Because, like, hey, you're out of your house during this pandemic, which there wasn't. We're gonna chase you with this drone and take photos of you, and it'll get published in the newspapers, and then we'll send the police to come and fine you for being out and walking when we told you to stay in your own home because of a thing that wasn't there. Man, we just live in such horrible, suppressive times. Suppressive, oppressive. Well, we're suppressed and it's oppressive. So both, essentially. Yeah, this doesn't look like the bit of Roadford Reservoir that I went with my dad still. I wonder where we went. So I got this thing that I had last time we were here, that I got last time we were here. And if I can stop it, there is wind because it's blowing the map around. There's always just enough wind to blow your freaking map around. There's the visitor centre down there. We walked up to there, I think, which is the Jubilee thing. I think today, we also went to the bridge, which is up there. So I think today we're there. I think we're there somewhere. No, that doesn't look quite right. No, we must be here. So there's another place you can go, but it still doesn't look quite right. There is another place you can park at further up. But yeah, we are Combe Park parking. I guess we're just on this edge here. And this is where the tracks go into the forest. I've just walked up the hill a bit, and this track that I didn't take that goes side on across the hill leads over here, which might join the Walk in the Woods track up there. Might go and see that. It was fun finding that Sydenham place though. I should go on more car drives and just kind of get lost at random points and start familiarising myself with the North Devon towns. Stopping off at a few of them. Another style. Is this the crossroads? I think we go left to get back to the car park, maybe. There's a hut over there. I guess that's a fisherman's hut. Gadacombe car park? I think maybe that's the name of the one I was at. I'm tempted to actually walk up there for a little bit. It'll probably join on to the one I took when I went on that Jubilee Monument walk, but Birdhide Gadacombe Link Henson walk. Another gated, it looks like a boat launch, but it's all... Oh, it's not like fully closed down or anything, you can go through. Let's have a look at Combe Park Walk for a little bit and then go back to the car, because I'm worried about the car. I always am. I have to find some way to not be worried about the car. It might be to do with when I bring stuff and put it in the car, but I think it's the car itself is the valuable, to be honest. I love how the water's all shiny out there. Could have brought my zoom cam. Another field on the water's edge, I guess. Looks like it could be marshy. Yeah, it's cool to know you can get here quicker than I thought by going towards like Lifton area. There's a little woodsy walk. It looks overgrown. A little woodsy track here. Oh, it's so overgrown there. Oh, it just goes to like a fence. Little tiny track through there. I like this field. Oh, let me sneak through these bushes. Nice view of the reservoir from this field actually. Yeah, growing up as I did in the 90s and even in the 80s when I was a lot younger, things felt a lot more free. You could do a lot more things in the world and just not get anyone bothering you for it. People wouldn't give you a second glance if you were having fun at the beach or going for a walk and climbing things and yeah, just doing normal people stuff. Now it's all so constricted and strange. Got a fork in the track. Go up here a little bit. It's more shaded. More woodsy. Look at this. This is bizarre. A spooky little woods walk. This is quite nice. The shadows look almost purple. It doesn't look the same. I'm looking at my GoPro viewfinder here, and even though the GoPro keeps producing dark footage, which is a real annoying thing for me because I always have to color correct in the editing program, even though it does that, it's not darkening it enough to see what I see here. So I'll have to do it in the edit. All these shadows are darker than this and kind of purpley. The light coming through is like little orange-ish dapples. Man, this is no camping. This is an absolutely perfect place to camp. What do you mean? Just free this place up. The people who regulate this place need to just think what they're doing, stop, change their mind entirely, do a U-turn, and start opening this place up for the public to actually use and do things with, because it's like there's a desolate ghost town now with people just like zombies just walking their dogs and just keeping to the tracks and just talking to each other about normie TV shit and all that. Just give people something to live for fuck's sake. Give them something to do. Open this out, let them try things, let them mess around. Freedom is a risk. Freedom is letting people do all sorts of things that you disagree with personally, and just seeing what they make out of it. And some of the stuff they make out of it will be something that appeals to you. Look at this is weird. Hard to know what's a track and what's not around this bit. Oh, there's an old gate destroyed. All sorts of weird things here. This ridgy wall thing I'm on. Track continues in the woods there. I kind of wonder where in the UK do the badgers live? Where do they, because I've never seen one, and you see them on TV programs and you assume they live in sets in the woods, like just like woods like this but with little hillocks in them and things, and then they only come out at night and they avoid humans, and it's like, where are they? It's supposed to be like, well, the American ones are quite dangerous animals. I don't know if the British ones are. I assume you wouldn't want to pick a fight with them on their home turf, in their like home territory. Like if you got to a set where they're raising their young, then they'd try and fight you out of it. Either that, or I guess they hide in the daytime. That's cute. Fat wood, man. Is there any fat wood around? This is a pine type forest, isn't it? You're always looking. So what do you need? You need dead trees that have tried to heal themselves. Trees that someone has cut down, but where they've tried to heal themselves, and then it's dried up again. That is the fat wood. And I found one on where did I find one? In Davidstow Woods, on like a tree branch thing that's fallen off the tree sort of. It's easier finding the white sap stuff. I could get lost in here if I went too far that way. So I won't. Get back to that wall over there. Oh, nice and cool under the trees though. Is that old mushrooms on there? Looks like old mushrooms growing on that rotting wood. And you liking this video so far? I think that's liking. Looks like it. I feel like this track is taking me through the woods in the direction of the track that goes to the car park, but I also feel like that could be an illusion and it's just going in a vaguely similar line away from it, so I might have to come back and loop around. Will this meet up with anything? something tells me it is actually veering away from the track I'm going to join. And you can't really get a satellite view of tracks in woods. You have to rely on the friggin'... because the satellites can't penetrate the treetops, so you have to rely on like drawn routes by people who know where the track is, Google Maps or something. I don't know, I'll walk a tiny bit further. I see some light over there, and then I'll stop and I'll head back, because I think I'll just end up getting lost if I keep following this to wherever. A lovely green band back there where there's ferns. Oh wait, that sunshiny bit does look like it's joining onto a track out of the shade of the trees. Okay, maybe I'll follow this for a bit. What does this say on it? Any directions? Just an orange hole, okay. Should I follow this? Follow this for a little bit. Another track off that way. Saw a straight avenue of trees off that way, kind of like this one. Which made me think the road isn't there. I think this either leads to the mouth of the road, the junction mouth, which is away from the car park, in which case behind me leads to the road, or this leads to the car park. What does this say? Oh, this is confusing. There's a whole other track. Oh wait, I know where this is. I've been here before. Okay, so I have to go the other direction. Footpath for Jubilee Sundial. Okay, I've come inland towards the reception area. Right, so I have to go back up there, I think. Theme Park Walk, Forest Walks, Lakeside, and the missing direction. The missing direction. Okay, I think I have to go back to where I came, except don't go through the woods. But we've joined up, we know where that direction goes, joining onto our past walk. Double back on myself, I guess. Hopefully this will lead to the car park if I'm reading the map right. This is giving me mild Quantox vibes a little bit. Remember when we stopped off, when we finally got to the Quantox to get to Cothelstone Hill? There's a bit of a woodsy walk there. Kind of reminds me of that a little bit. We haven't completed the Quantox, we've only done like 3, is it? It'd be good to get back there some point and see if we can pick up any more of them. There we go, that's what I was looking for. It was completely the other direction. So that's the side gate that takes you down that way. Nice. Does this fit? Latch isn't locked. Does this work? It just misses completely. Latch builder. What were you thinking? It doesn't work, it's broken. Not sure if I outroed, but that was a trip again to Roadford Reservoir. Also stopping off at that other place. Sydenham. Thank you for watching.